Om Shanti. 16th May 2019, Thursday. The slogan: always have this spiritual intoxication. Vah re main, the wonder of myself. And you will naturally continue to dance in happiness in your mind and with your body. Always have this spiritual intoxication. Which intoxication? Vah re main. And you will naturally continue to dance in happiness in your mind and with your body. Self appreciation, self esteem, self respect, self intoxication. So Baba is saying to have this intoxication. How can we have this intoxication? How can I have this intoxication of my own self? By remembering everything about ourselves, by remembering everything what we have, what is there in the world and what we have. Well, if we start with thoughts, what sort of thoughts we have and what thoughts worldly people have. In today's Sakar Murli, Baba said, you children, you daughters, love to be absolutely viceless. You do not like even if somebody touches you. You have the feeling that that touch is carrying the bad odor of vice. So you are absolutely viceless. So, Vare main, because my thoughts are so pure. Vare main, because these thoughts are so elevated. Vare main, because these thoughts are so much viceless. That's why I have the spiritual intoxication. Because the thoughts were totally contaminated once upon a time. Now all thoughts have become very pure. So this purity of thought itself is an intoxication. Because such purity of thoughts people cannot have because they do not have knowledge. Baba said in today's Sakar Murli, I had 12 gurus, but not a single one of them ever tried to give me knowledge, ever gave me knowledge. It's only when the Sadguru entered me, I understood. I understood what is Gita, and the Gita is my Baba, and Gita is mother and father. And he is our Tvameva Matascha Pitascha Tvameva. I understood only when he entered. So, thoughts are so elevated, thoughts are so pure, such sublime thoughts, such purity of thoughts we have. That's why, what? Vare main. Then speech. What we used to speak earlier and what we speak now. Just imagine two persons walking on the road, early in the morning going for a morning walk. What do they discuss? Worldly people. Early morning hours, they discuss politics. They discuss what? What else? Family problem. They discuss about rain. They discuss about weather. They discuss about the ups and downs of their lives, their sorrows, their suffering, their stresses, their tension, their worries, their miseries, their problems, their diseases, their conflicts, about these all things, about the roads. So they discuss all of these things. So they discuss about films. Yeah, films. They discuss about films and which is getting flop and which is becoming blockbuster. So they have all these topics with them. But when we speak knowledge. When we speak, we narrate knowledge. When we speak, it is the nectar of knowledge that flows out. When we speak, it's the melody of spirituality. When we speak, it's the rapture, it's the joy, it's the bliss of the heart. So, our speech is diametrically opposite to that of worldly people, because it is so elevated. Because the speech, our body has become the flute. Body has become the flute, and the Supreme has kept his lips on this flute. And that's why the melody that comes out, and that's why the music that flows out is mesmerizing. It is captivating, so much like an hypnosis. Because our speech is very pure, very, very pure speech. In today's Murli, in blessing, Baba has given definition of purity and brahmacharya. Yathartha speech means your speech is accurate. You will not have such speech that will hurt somebody. That is purity. You will have such relationships, such sambandh, sampark, which when you see everyone as equal. That's a very new point which has come in today's blessing. So, our speech is very, very pure. Then our actions. How are our actions compared to the worldly people's actions? What they do, destruction. What we do, construction. What they do, they harm each other. We benefit each other. Our actions are exemplary. Our actions are value-based. Our actions are very elevated. Our actions are, in today's Sakar Murli, Baba said, Baba gives you the big ordinance, Bada Farman. It's based on that Bada Farman. It's based on that elevated ordinance. So our actions are elevated. Our actions are selfless. Our actions are soul conscious, based on soul consciousness. Our actions are God conscious. Our actions are detached. Our actions are done in the spirit of world service. That's why. Vare, मैं. Then, our relationships and connections. How are they? Very pure. Very pure relationships. We don't have relationship based on body consciousness. In today's Sakar Murli, Baba said, it's not that the love they have in Satyug is like the love here. They are dancing together and all. That's how they express the love. It's not that dance. It's a very pure dance there. So, our relationships are very detached. Our relationships are very pure. And that is why Vare, मैं. Then behavior, chalan. How is it? Well-mannered, full of etiquettes, full of royal etiquettes. Our behavior is very, very like royal people. Royal people don't pick up the things which are fallen down. Royal people do not touch the money, Baba say many times. If they purchase something, they just signal it, and their ministers, they take it. So they don't come down. They are very elevated. So our chalan, behavior, demeanor are very, very high-mannered, well-mannered. And that is why Vare, मैं. Our intellect, how it is? Divine intellect. And the worldly people have stony intellect, Baba says. This divine intellect has recognized the Father. That divine intellect takes proper decision. This divine intellect knows how to discriminate, to discern, to judge, to memorize, to rationalize. All the 7 functions of intellect. So this divine intellect helps us to take proper actions so that we don't repent. So our intellect is super divine and very clear. In today's Sakar Murli, I think the last paragraph and probably the last line, Baba said, check yourself whether my intellect is clear, whether the line of my intellect is clear, whether the line of my intellect is clear or not. Check. So our intellect has got a very clear line. Our intellect is divine, intellect is sublime. Our intellect is very powerful, very sublime. It has a very strong memorizing capacity. Why? Because it is pure. The purer the thing, easier it is to remember. The purer the mind or intellect, easier it is to remember. If the mind is not pure, you keep on reading things but you can't remember. Because a pure mind is focused, concentrated. And that's why it can gather, pick up things. What about our sanskars? And that is why? Vare? Because the intellect is pure. What about sanskars? How are our sanskars? Divine sanskars. How are our sanskars? We are preparing for the golden age. So, these iron-aged sanskars are no more there. So, our sanskars are becoming divine. Our sanskars are not based on body consciousness. Worldly people have got sanskars. Rather, they are addicted to so many things. We are free from all the addictions of the world. All the addictions have left us. This university is Nature Cure Center. This university is a de-addiction center. This university is a rehab center. And God is coming to de-addict us from all the vices. So our sanskars and the worldly sanskars. Worldly people, worldly sanskars, selfish sanskars of selfishness, sanskars of superiority, inferiority complex, selfish sanskars of self-victimization, sanskars of guilt consciousness, all the worldly sanskars. Envy, jealousy, pride, anger, dependency, parasitic existence. Yesterday's blessing was you are the angel. Even if somebody insults you and somebody has dislike for you, grina, what you will do? Love for all. You are lovable to all. So your sanskars are very, very pure. That is why Vare Me. Then your feelings. How are they? Pure feelings. Shubha Bhavana. Your Bhavana is very pure. Worldly persons, their Bhavana is never pure. We never know what they show and what they are from within. They are double-minded, split personalities. Here, we have very pure Bhavana. That is why Vare Me. Vare Me. Because of this pure feelings. Then Smriti, awareness. Our Smriti, our awareness is also very pure. Because in that awareness, God is hidden somewhere. That's why we are very pure. So, Bhavana is pure. Awareness is pure. Our imagination. How is the imagination? What do we visualize? Golden age. Yesterday's Murli. Yesterday's. You see two forms of yours. On one side is the Brahmin. Another side is the deity wearing colorful dresses. So this is how our imagination works. So we imagine the golden aged things. So this imagination, this visualization, this mental imagery is very pure. And what do worldly people imagine? Sensual fantasies. Worldly fantasies. Vicious fantasies. That is why Vare Me. How are our dreams? What do we dream? Vittal bhai, what was your latest dream? This morning's latest dream. What are our dreams? How are our dreams? What do you see in dreams? Dreamless. Dreamless dream. Yeah, helping others, serving others, or leaving this body and going home, or seeing golden age. So we see everything that we do. Good dreams are the result of what you do throughout the day. So our dreams are also pure. What do the worldly people see in their dreams? Vices, fights, conflicts, ghosts, evil spirits, fearful things. So they see fight, violence. So all of those things. So our dreams are very pure, and that is why Vare me. How is our drishti? Drishti. Alaukik drishti. Our drishti is very alaukik. Our drishti is very, very alaukik. Worldly people, they have vicious drishti. Baba has mentioned about drishti in today's Sakara Murli also. What drishti they have and what drishti you have. What drishti you had in the past and what drishti you have now. So your drishti is alaukik. That's why Vare me. How is your vritti? Attitude. It's filled with good wishes for all. It's a very pure attitude, pure vritti. How is your drishti kon? That is perspective or viewpoint. Positive. We see positivity everywhere. That's why drishti kon is very pure. How are our habits? Habits. Healthy habits. Constructive habits. People have got destructive habits. Very, very destructive habits. Their habits is of fighting. Recently in the newspaper, last few years, there was one case of divorce from Pune. One husband came home and lift was not working and he climbed 10 stairs and he reached. The wife opened the door and even before asking him to come inside, she said, I want to make sandwich. Please bring bread. He said, why don't you prepare poha today? Because I come walking all the way from up. He said, no, I want sandwich. You just go. So without asking him to come inside or without allowing him to take rest, so he went down and then he drew his car and crossed 40 signals and reached the bakery and found out that the bakery is closed. So he took a photograph of the bakery closed and sent by WhatsApp to his wife. She said, no matter, you have to bring it from anywhere. Even though he sent it. And by the time he came, then he somehow got it and he brought. And then she said that you brought a wrong brand. I don't like this. And she started telling him many things. That you always do like that. You never love me. You never appreciate me. Look at the other husbands. They love their wives so much. You don't do anything for me. You never appreciate my new saris and other things. And it increased so much that there was a divorce. It started all from bread. Bread as cause of breakup. They have any habits. They keep on fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Whole day and night they fight. Our habits are constructive habits. That's why Vare me. Our wealth. What do you use this wealth for? For service of the world, for service of God. And people use their wealth for their own selfish interests. Our wealth is pavitra dhan. Our wealth is pure wealth. That's why, because it is utilized for God's work. That's why it is very much sacrosanct, pure. Our body, we use our body for what? For service, for tapasya. That is, and worldly people use their body for indulgence, sense gratification. That's why, Vare, मैं. Our eating, how do we eat? Brahma Bhojan. Yesterday's Murli Baba said so many things. Baba challenges, he wants somebody who can prepare the food in remembrance. If you prepare food in remembrance and eat, you will get takat, power. Power doesn't mean that you will hit somebody and he will fall down. That's in today's Murli. There's a definition of spiritual strength. It doesn't mean that Baba gives you spiritual strength means you hit somebody and he falls down. It's not like that. So our eating is divine, our eating is pure, our eating is an act of worship, our eating is an act of tapasya, our eating is an act of divine play. It's a divine leela. Eating is a divine leela. Because we are not eating ordinary food. It's a pure spiritual food we are eating. And what people are eating? Go in the restaurant. This is Ram's kitchen, that is Ravan's kitchen. They are preparing their food in Ravan's kitchen. With what thoughts? We don't know. That's why, Vare, मैं. Our listening or hearing, what do we listen? What do we listen? Godly versions. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibriditam kalmashapaham. We listen the godly versions. Tava kathamritam. His amrit-like, his nectarine words we listen. And they listen. This is Ram's music, that is Ravan's music. Our listening is divine and that's why Vare, मैं. Our writing, what we write with hands, what we write with hands every day. Chintan, churning, Murli points. With every point you write, you are earning punya. So keep on writing new things. Keep on writing Swaman. Recently one mother had come in our OPD. She brought one book. She has written 1,00,000 times, Main Sarva Shaktivan, who I am Master Almighty Authority. And she has filled many such books like that. She is writing every time. She is sitting outside the OPD for a number to come. What she is doing? Sarva Shaktivan. Writing Swamans. All the time. So, our writing is very pure. Then, our touch. How is our touch? Our touch is how? Our touch is filled with mercy, filled with divine love. It's not vicious. There is no smell of vice in our touch. And that is why Vare, मैं. And what do worldly people's touch is like? That is lustful, sensual. So these are 21 points. Aim and object. Okay, now we can go ahead. You have missed some two somewhere. So, aim and object is also very high. That's why Vare, मैं. What else? Our family, this Brahmin family is so elevated. That's why Vare, मैं. This university, this family, this organization, this Gyan, our dharnas, our maryadas, the spiritual rectitude, they are very, very elevated. What else? Lifestyle. What else? What else? So everything is very elevated. That's why always have this spiritual intoxication. So one must remain intoxicated. With what? Vare mein. Keep on praising, because the world is suffering from inferiority complex, self-victimization, guilt consciousness. These are the three dangerous things happening in the world. Three most dangerous things. Self-victimization. They blame themselves. Inferiority complex, heen bhavana, heen granthi. And guilt consciousness, atmaglani. They suffer from these three things. And opposite of this is higher consciousness, where you praise yourself. Vare mein. This is absolutely opposed of. This is, oh how bad I am. I can't do anything. I am so poor. I am so weak. I am not worthy. Life is useless. All such thoughts here. This is life negation. This is life affirmation. This is life destruction. This is life construction. And you will continue to dance in happiness in your mind and with your body. Mind also is dancing and body is also dancing. So both things dance. And that's why when you dance, you sing Vare mein. Om Shanti.